You here. Excellent. So we're starting the Tribe Talk section, so please, everyone, just keep quiet as much as possible all the way back there, because we want to record all these amazing transmissions and get these out. Take it away.
Oh, hi! I just want to say it has been a treat. First of all, I've heard a number of times how to hold a microphone. Am I doing it all right? Has anyone here seen a video that I put on YouTube? Okay, that's helpful for me. All right, I have like 500 plus videos on YouTube. Okay. I want to just list a couple projects that I'm involved with and people want to contact me, and then one that I want to share. I do a monthly Help the Homeless project in San Diego every first Saturday. It's very Burning Man influenced. We do it from a very gifting mentality of trying to be a theme camp with affluence that tries to share with a theme camp who is homeless. It is super fun, so if you ever want to join us, just show up. Let me know, firstsaturdays.org. About 15 years ago, I went to Burning Man. Who's been to Burning Man? And kind of got this head cracked open experience where we realized that life was a canvas, right? And I kind of took it a little far. And I got very self-expressive, very all over the place, and a little narcissistic. Actually, I was very narcissistic. In fact, I was officially crowned the most narcissistic person on the planet. I actually won the Webby Award in 2000 for Best Personal Site. My site was called cockybastard.com. It's been a journey. You got to go through these things, right? And so I was very into a bunch of digital experiments and digital things and fun. How can we stretch the web? And so when the opportunity came to move into a webcam house with a bunch of burners, I said, hell yes! Let's share with the world how we can live intentionally. Let's build our theme camp all on cam. 24 cameras, every room in the house, including the showers. You get to an interesting place when you share everything. You learn not to gossip. Anybody can be listening. Anyway, while we were there, 9/11 happened. And if you remember, there was this terror, horror, and then this incredible feeling of camaraderie. And it's probably the most hopeful I've ever been. When you started to see the world just like, oh my gosh, we have the love that we all have for one another globally is amazing. And then what happened next? Anyone remember? We were asked to go shopping. And suddenly the news started saying, us, them, us, them, us, them. Meanwhile, the internet is becoming this powerful tool that is showing us there's no such thing as us, them. There's just us. And so we were in this webcam house and decided to try, well, what can we do with this connection all over the world? So we started doing something called Hug Nation. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hug Nation is a weekly group hug through the internet, where people all over the world give themselves a hug and just acknowledge that, you know what, no matter what you hear on the news, the world would rather hug you than hurt you. And being able to connect and have people tune in from all over the world and just say, yes, just taking a moment to do that is a really magical thing. Now, it's been, over 10 years that we've been doing that weekly. A lot more people are online, it's a lot less weird. But at the time, we took our attacks for our wackiness. So I did that for a while, but it really didn't catch its legs until my grandmother died. Because then I went to go see my grandfather. My grandfather, Reverend Caleb Sheichels, was a Baptist minister who over the course of his life got more and more softened and softened. I actually have pictures of him working with Martin Luther King Jr. when he was young. And as he got older, he called himself a Baptist Buddhist, very cool guy. But I wasn't sure how he would deal with my grandmother dying. So, even though he helped thousands of people go through transition, so I went to go see him. I went, hey, Grandpa, how you doing, man? And in addition to being his partner, he was also his driver. He'd been kind of not really good behind the wheel for a long time. So I went, Grandpa, how you doing? He said, did you know that for $4 I can get a shuttle anywhere in the city? I'm like, right on. He goes, yeah. So I went down to Save-On, took a list of things, went to the woman behind the counter and said, "Excuse me, my wife has recently changed her residence to heaven. Could you help me find a few things?" And I said, "Grandpa, you always help me see the glass is half full." And he leaned back, and he looked me in the eyes, and he said, "It's a beautiful glass." And instantly I said, you know, all of this crazy look at me stuff I've been learning, all of this technical stuff, all of the broadcasting, all of the webcamming, all of that was so I could give the microphone to this old man. So for the last 3 years of his life, every Tuesday I would go to his retirement village, have lunch with him, then go up to his room, turn on his webcam, and we would share some of this old man's intense gratitude. Does anyone know the term pronoia? Pronoia, the opposite of paranoia, the belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor. I would bet that most people here are suffering from this illness. Woo! So, yeah. So hanging out with Grandpa, sometimes we even tell the stories over and over the same time, but you just start to just hang out with someone that was so, he was in the middle of talking, be like, "No, I used to live in this place where," I love that tree. It's like, oh my God, just to live like that. And so over the course of the last 3 years, eventually, you know, his life started to get to a point where he was dying. And so we continued Hug Nation in the hospital. And I would go to visit him, and he would be, you know, thin and weak and things sticking out of his arm. I would walk in and go, "Oh, Grandpa, hey, how you doing?" He'd say, "The doctors treat me so good here. Modern medicine is just a miracle." And so when he passed, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. People sometimes see a video of us together and they're like, "Oh, he's so cool, I want to meet him." And they watch some more videos and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I'm always like, oh my gosh, that is so far from my experience of this. I am so grateful for the chapter and the overlap. But when he died, I wasn't sure if I would keep doing Hug Nation because he was a man who worked with Martin Luther King Jr. and lived his life as a minister. If you Google hard enough, will find yourself in a place that is not suitable for children. And just felt like maybe this is the wrong path for me. But people said, you know what? Why don't you take it on the road? You know, you had to stay in his little room. Take it on the road. And so I ended up buying an RV. If you see it in the parking lot, it's pink, and had his ashes mixed into the wings. So now everywhere we go, we're bringing a little bit of his good energy, his vibe, and his love, and his pronoia. So thank you for receiving his love. I wanted to just do one final belief buffet, which is what we do now in his honor, before we do the hug, to kind of share a moment. It's just some little lesson that has helped me along the path. Chew on it if you like it, spit it out if you don't. It's just a buffet style. And that is influenced by Grandpa and the idea that every moment in your life, you have one foot in dog shit and you are holding an ice cream cone. At every moment in your life, you've got aches and pains, you got people don't like you, you got stacks of stuff you got to do. And every moment in your life, you have amazing people. You got giving children, you got sunsets, you got great food. And whether you live in heaven or hell determines on where you put your focus. And you will meet people that say, put down your ice cream cone. And they'll be like, oh my God, you have got to smell my shit. Who knows somebody like that? Who has gotten people like that out of their lives? I thought this is kind of the group that would be doing that. But still, we get caught up and it's easy to start thinking, oh man, I got this stuff. I just use it as such a helpful tool for me just to go, when I'm not happy, anytime you are not joyous, crap or cone, because I guarantee there is a cone around. I guarantee. So if I've got about a minute, we'll see what we can do. Would you join me in a Hug Nation? You can stay seated. Just hold yourself by the shoulders. Give yourself a squeeze. Oh, what a body this is! Man. Oh, but you know what? This is just kind of one layer. This is just a shell. And beneath that is another shell, and that's a shell of our personalities, our labels, our identities, all the things that we kind of fit into, our ego roles that we step into. And sometimes we get into the roles so hard that as we go through the world, we clack, clack, clack against those shells that other people have. But let's remember beneath that what we are, which is divine, pure light. And so let's forgive ourselves when we fall into our identities, our roles, our shell. And let's forgive all the people that we've encountered that do as well. All the people on the news, even Fox News, all the people. And let's try to do our best to see through their shells and see that divine light in them. So just for a second, let's take a deep breath and be that beam of light. One more. Now everybody, see the whole world as a second sun. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all the Love Warriors, happy Hug Nation. Thank you for letting me share.